See, now this is actually pretty cool. I just walk up to the bed, go to bed, and boom, I'm laying down. Hey everyone, this is Syntax, and today I'm going to be showing you how to lay down in Fortnite, or speaking more technically, how to create the laying down effect. Now, I don't know if there's a video out there already on this mechanic, but if there is, I guess I'm just a little late to the party, but I'm going to do better anyway, so yeah, let's just get into it. First thing I did, I just created this little room here. It's just a simple little bedroom. What you want to do is actually make sure your room doesn't have any windows, or if there are windows, they're blocked off, so they have some kind of black glass effect, or just something that's enabling you not to see outside when you build your room. Now, this will be much easier if you keep the room under 100 props, because we're going to be selecting everything and copying it and doing stuff with it, but if you go over, just select it in different segments and then move it to wherever you need to move it. Anyway, as I just said, you're just going to go through the room and you just use the select button over there. You can see for me it is right on the D-pad. You just use select and select the entire room and then take it and copy it. So you're going to, after you select it all, you're going to hit R2 and it should give you everything you selected. Now, if your building to prop does not work, this isn't going to work. I apologize in advance if it doesn't work, but you're going to have building to prop turned off, and once you've selected everything that you've chosen to select, you're going to take it and you're going to snap it, preferably to snap it, and you're going to take it and rotate it using the pitch so that it's facing opposite of what it was on the ground. So if it's on the ground level like this, you want to face it that the ceiling is pointing outward. As you can see, this is the same room, it's just copied to look like this. Now, this trick actually utilizes the same trick for animation, for cutscenes, for holding players in place, and that is going to be the trick with the barriers to put you in first person, and what we'll be using to make it look like you're laying down. So I took a button from the devices gallery and I set it down right above the pillow, made it super small, made the interaction radius 0.25, and I had it send a signal to channel 1. So when you press it, it can only be activated once. I turned all the sound off and everything. When you press it, it's sending a signal to channel 1. Now, what this is doing is putting you in this really weird inverted room, and it's sending a signal to this teleporter that says teleport to when receiving from channel 1. Now, this teleporter has a bunch of settings set up. I have it enabled during phase all. It doesn't really matter though. Just turn this to none and none, and then turn all this, set this to no, and then face player in teleporter direction yes, because we want them to be facing the ceiling, because when you initially lay down you're going to be facing upward. So I have this set to yes, and then teleport to when receiving from 1, and when teleported to, transmit on channel 2. That teleporter is transmitting on channel 2, and what that does is actually activate this barrier right here. As you can see, enable when receiving from channel 2, and this is invisible. It's enabled during phase none, so it's not going to interfere, it's not going to spawn block our teleporter, and the width is just large enough so it doesn't bug out when I go there. 555 wasn't enough, so I made it 666, and it worked out perfectly. The goal is to get this teleporter as close to the bed as you can. Be careful you don't get it too close, because it might actually spawn block you and you won't be able to teleport there, but this is as close as I could get it without actually, or with still being able to teleport here. So get it as close as you can for wherever you're going to be laying down, but if you can't get it any closer than what seems optimal, then just work with it. Now, that teleporter is sending a signal to channel 2. Not only is that going to be activating the barrier, but I have a trigger set up here that is actually set to trigger when receiving from 2, and when triggered, transmit on 3. Now, I actually have a 10-second delay on this. As you can see right here, the delay is 10 seconds. Time to trigger 1, transmit every 1 triggers, just the basic stuff. I have all this stuff turned off. Basically, what this does is once this is triggered, 10 seconds later, it's going to send a signal to channel 3, which is going to send me back into my room, which is this teleporter, and as you can see, teleport to when receiving from channel 3. So basically, we're going to hit the button, we're going to go teleport there, the barrier is going to get activated, and the trigger is going to get activated, and 10 seconds later it's going to send a second signal to channel 3 that is going to put us back in the room, not laying down, so to speak. So here we go. Remember, in this version of the house, I'm building to prop this house so I can make the room a little bit smaller, but I took this house, copied it. This button is going to send a signal to channel 1 that is going to simultaneously teleport me to the teleporter. That teleporter is going to send a signal to the barrier that is going to activate it, and as you can see, it creates a really weird effect when you're laying down. But after 10 seconds, we're going to get a signal sent to channel 3 that's going to teleport me back to this teleporter, and yeah, that's the whole trick. I'll just do it one more time without so much narration, and I'll actually look around a little bit more. So when you lay down, this is actually me looking side to side, but obviously it doesn't seem like that because I'm laying down. But yeah, it actually creates a really cool effect, and if you have somewhere in your map where you're laying down and something's coming at you, you can use the animation trick, and this would actually look really good. It would add a lot to your map. So yeah, there you go, the laying down trick. Anyway guys, there you have it. That is how you create the laying down effect in Fortnite Creative. If you couple this with the animation trick, this could actually create for some really cool scenes in your maps. But I hope this video helped you out, and yeah, this has been Syntax. Later.